So this was bacteria called Shionella. This one can export electrons. And then there is this Thioclava. So this one imports electron. And this is huge potentiometer. So I used to measure how much electricity is generated by these bacteria versus how much electricity eaten by these bacteria. Okay, so these are two different bacteria, and in my postdoc, I was trying to engineer one of these bacteria to do both these functions. So I was trying to couple electron input versus electron export, and this one is coming out in next couple of weeks maybe. Okay, and like few years ago, Corona hit, and Corona changed everyone's life, right? And at the same time, in the US, only 60% population is vaccinated. Like most of the people are afraid of the jabs, right? So I was trying to develop this Corona oral vaccine, and so we have filed this patent. You can Google this here, and we have also manuscript coming on this project like next week, next couple of months or something. So I have another parallel project. So there are people working on cancer for like number of years. Sir is working for like years. So I was thinking like, how can I contribute in cancer research? So I have developed this bacteria. So in cancer research, they use ionization radiation to treat the cancer. So what I do additionally is I use this ionization radiation. At the same time, I have engineered this bacteria to produce nanobodies. Nanobodies are basically, everybody knows, antibodies. So nanobodies are only the functional part of the antibody. Okay. So I have developed this dual therapy where we use nanobodies and at the same time ionization radiation to treat the cancer. And then we've been conducting these experiments on mice. We have got like really nice results, and then we have filed a patent again. And then we have, so here, so we have cancers are like solid tumors. So, and then drugs, they won't reach tumor site. So we have developed this bacteria that produce vesicles. We have produced this hypervesiculating bacteria that produces some chemicals, and then this solid tumor becomes like perforated so that the drug can reach there. And we have published this in very high impact factor journal. We have another paper, another project where like doctors recommend like any number of doses of these drugs. And that's why we have a problem where we have multi-drug resistant bacteria developing. So we have developed this technique where doctor can scan the patient and understand like how the bacterial burden is there, and accordingly they can recommend a dose. And then recently I came across with we have like this massive network in developing countries like South Africa, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, where babies they born prematurely. They born before 9 months. So we've been looking to understand why is that happening. So we have our collaborators spread across these developing countries, and we have another paper coming on this, and I have already submitted this paper like last week. Yeah, with this, like I was just telling you, like like what I have been working on. So this is my first time ever to in public speaking. And then I prepared my slides like while coming from home in my car this morning. With this, I would like to acknowledge my supervisor. So this is Graham Stafford. He is in England. So he was the best person to work with the flagellum. And then I have Professor Finray. He is vice chancellor in Newcastle University. And yeah, this is my lab group. So with this, I'm happy to take any question if you guys have any questions.
If anyone has any question to ask, you can ask.
So how is your model is different from MFC, microbial fuel cell?
Microbial fuel cell,
Yeah.
yes.
Is it similar to that or?
So, yeah, so this is a really good question. Thanks for that. So as I told already, so there are like different labs. They're working on this microbial fuel cell for like about like 60 years or so. Okay, so all they do is how electrons are exported out of the bacterial cell, but nobody knows yet like how the electron can go inside the cell. So I'm looking for So we know the path that electron takes to go outside. So we are trying to understand whether they take the same path to go inside or there are some other proteins inside. So we perform this massive next generation sequencing experiment, and so we have published it recently. Well, I have submitted it, so it will be published in the next couple of weeks. So that's how it is different. So nobody knows yet how electrons go inside. Everybody knows how it can go outside. That's how it is different.
Sorry. So, sir, there is one more question. As while delivering your speech, you said that one of your colleagues used organisms from volcano or hot springs.
Yeah.
So, is it possible to use gut organisms?
Yes,
in that?
exactly. Yeah. So there is we have another collaborator in Caltech, I think. So he's working on gut microbes. So they also have this electrogenic activity. So yeah, even gut bacteria and bacteria in the tooth, they are working on that. They also have this electroactive activity. Yes.
And one more question, sir. So, with the last one. How is biofilm related in this?
Well,
I have learned about it.
Right. So I have not personally worked with biofilm, but yeah. So I think even the biofilms, they have this bioactive activity. So I'm not really accurate with that.
Sir, is it possible to apply this technology to the nitrogen fixing bacteria?
You mean electrogenic activity, right?
Yes.
Well, originally my project was, so we don't know the genetics of these electrogenic bacteria, right? So in my project, I was trying to engineer that machinery into the E. coli. Okay, if we can do that in E. coli, we can also do it in nitrogen fixing bacteria. But again, we don't know the detailed genetics of the nitrogen fixing bacteria. So we have to understand that as well at the same time. Right?
I have a basic question, sir, about how do you manage your time? Means also the income source and research. How do you manage both of them at a time?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so research in our country, I don't know, it's a bit difficult. At the same time, we don't have like facilities, we don't have instrument. So like whatever time it takes to perform experiment in here, it will take like a fraction of time in those countries. Okay, so if you are here, I don't know how it might be difficult, but if you are in like in these developed countries, it is relatively it is very easy to manage time and money as well.
What was your basic income source while you were researching your
Yeah, so in research, unlike here in India or like these developing countries, researchers in these developed countries they get paid very good. Okay, so if you're research, that's your job. Okay, so here in postdoc, it's just like they say postdoc is, I don't know how they call it. Postdoc is like a temporary position or something. But if you're a postdoc in like other countries, you have a permanent job. Okay, so you get all those permanent employee facilities, you get health benefit and everything. Okay, so you can manage. You get good salary. I don't know if I clarified your question.
you are a permanent employee, right?
Right. Yeah.
Actually, there are different positions like postdoc, like for master student, PhD, postdoc, assistant professor, associate professor. They are all paid by like government or institutes. In India, like postdoc, they are getting 35,000 to 50,000. But in US, China, even Korea, they are getting more than 2 lakh. That's the salary. Then health insurance. In India, people are not like concerned about health insurance. But there, in US, UK or in China, they have health insurance and there is no checkup, yearly checkup, health checkup. So we are getting different benefits from that institutes, and they are just publishing like advertisement in different channel, like nature jobs. Just follow nature job, okay, or science job. These are very like reputed sites to search different positions. So Nitin almost, actually he do not want to disclose, but he is almost getting more than $4,000, I think, or maybe $5,000. Okay, तो सांगे, but more than 5,000. So just if you want to go abroad, just think about the salary is very high compared to India. But in India, salary is less. But if you go in market, the things are very expensive. For example, if you want to rent a house, the rent is 1,000 to 2,000 US dollar. And it is near about 1,40,000. But if you want to rent a house in Latur or even in Delhi or Pune, it's more, might be 25,000, 20,000 dollar. So that's very important. So it depends on your choice and your like personal daily life routine. Some want to go club, dance and play all things. So it depends. Abroad I will say so your basic question, how he is getting like how much he is getting from institutes and how he is managing his time. In US and UK, the working time is Monday to Friday and Saturday, Sunday holiday. But in Asian countries, no holiday. Even Sunday, you can like you have to go in lab and you go to work. And the lab time is from 8 a.m. to midnight, maybe 12 or 1 a.m. मी सुद्धा माझ्या लॅबमध्ये सकाळी 8 ला जातो आणि रात्री 12-1 ला जातो कारण माझी सध्या मिसेस आणि मुलगा इथं इंडियामध्ये माझी मिसेस कोरियामध्ये मी चायनामध्ये त्यामुळे मी बॅचलर्स आहे चायना सध्या तर माझा लेखन तसा करतो अदरवाईज इकडे हसायचं नाही अजून नाही झालं तसं मॅनेजिंग माय टाइम इन लॅब नितीनचं पण सेम आहे नितीन सुद्धा बॅचलर आहे सो ही इज युटिलायझिंग हिज टाइम इन लॅब फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग टू नाईट and our girlfriend is like his girlfriend is microorganisms. I'm related with cancer, so I'm playing with cancer cell lines and natural product. So if you show your interest in research and if you play with your work, then everything is easy. So this is all about like money, work culture. आपल्याला जर सांगितलं ना प्रॅक्टिकल करा 8 पर्यंत कोणी फॅकल्टी ना तर सरस दुसरा मित्र म्हणतो का वेळ आहे काय सांगितलं. So in China, US, important is hard work and patience. Okay? If you compare with Chinese people, even UK European people, they spend very good time during their office hour or their study hour, and they enjoy their life on weekend. But Indian people simply they are denying the work or denying the excuses. Upon excuse them. तसं नाही नितीनला मी इव्हन मी गेल्यानंतर सुद्धा खूप शिकलो नितीनला पण खूप शिकला सो जस्ट ट्राय टू बी स्मार्ट वर्कर अँड हार्ड वर्कर अँड मी मग सांगितलं शो युअर एक्स्ट्रा मी एक्स्ट्रा हार्ड वर्क केलं तरच मला भेटेल फॉर एक्झाम्पल प्रॅक्टिकल जर करायचं असेल तर गो फॉर एप्लिकेशन फॉर एचपीएलसी एक्सपर्टीज वॉट एव्हर यू हॅव इवन इफ यू हॅव एक्सपेक्टेड फॉर बेटर जस्ट डू युअर like experiment 3 times, 4 times, and just look at it fully about the your itself. Color का change होतो, ठीक है? Simply आपण practical करतो, but you don't know why the exact mechanism. म्हणजे प्रत्येक टाइमला एक mechanism असतो. So that is very important. नितीन काय सांगतो की life on other planet. आता तुम्हाला नितीन जे सांगितलं ते brief मध्ये सांगतो. त्याचं जे वर्क आहे, it's related to NASA. Once Nitin gets success in that particular research, he will be maybe offered by NASA. Okay? And you know NASA is very prestigious institutes around the world. So that's why people like Nitin got some research. So he is getting good salary and also time management. It depends on person to person. Some persons are very like effective and efficient, but some persons are lazy and they are always playing with their mobiles and they are giving excuses. So during your development phase, don't give excuses to yourself. Because you are fooling yourself. आपण स्वतःला फसवतो. मला अनुभव तेव्हा मला काही होत नाही. ठीक है? So don't give excuses to yourself and don't fool yourself. तुम्हाला जर काही गॅप द्यायचं असेल तर ओके. आणखी काही इनकेल असं क्वेश्चन तर विचारू शकता. सिम्पली तुम्हाला जे समजलं ते ठीक आहे. ओव्हर टू मी कबूल नाही.
Have you ever heard about listeria monocytosis or cytosis? Listeria monocytosis.
Yes, I have heard about listeria, but I have not worked on it. No.
Thank you, sir. Okay, there's a thing half hour lunch break, right? Your next section will start right sharp at 2 p.m. Right, breakfast there, lunch possible नसेल घरी जाऊन